Unfortunately, we agreed with the police that when we get here, there is going to be a sequence of activities. But the police clandestinely has sacked our person even when they gave us their word.
Any problem, you can always come back to Ejumaura and describe what your problem is, and they will support you to go forward. These businesses will be selected. As I said, you can apply online, and there will be a neutral body that will go through all the applications, and they will select the businesses that will go into the program.
I want to assure the people of Boku and the entire nation that the Ghana Armed Forces is committed to its
responsibility. TV sunie ya sanso aba ye densem nam ye mamu nyina akwa aba na ebraimu de ye de nam yi bomadina se wutie na uhwe wo be subscribe wo be share no like na wa comment na yankwa e mampanyi John Dramani Mahama Somfwe Dramani Atopi ene afi budget mu ohye Ghana for ebo ewum ena State of the Nations address osanso share Ghana for bo ewum sa abo hye mi onu nyina ba ko ye de ofiri onu ananum ba ko so ye ne photo samfo case ato forcing ni nyina efa adwumawura program ho a eba beboa atete emabunu aboa ma sonkrofo nnwuma asena pagya wo mo na yahwe nkrofo adwen eda wo mu tim na aban de ne dia asupport matumi agina na wona etu Galamsey nso aban atumi afa kwan bi so aboa omomomo ma seto manka so madwuma gya Galamsey ya ebu o mayi komi ne dadua abrewa ipomakwam ama mampanyi adasa adwuma die ne dia wapa ho ntoma ebe frase na budget mu nsem edie na afa State of the Nation address die wono ankasa edi tu dwafa ho no ye de no bema na fa na dwuma die na dwuma wura program na ya lanche no a wo se enye wo manum no wo mu dwa na emuma ye dwuma ebeba so life encourage na ewa ha ye de mam na ansana no yenhwe Okatakyie Afrifa na anu ada okokoto posifo demonstration omuka so mbehya se ne dadua 2 pm posifo yesi wo mu si no ho kwan ne nso anya dwuma ene so ho video ha ye de be ma ne dadua yi demonstration atumi abaso wo se na nsa ne dwe wo mbe wie ukuada na no ena baby wo mbe mount wo mo jan screen na wo ma show wo mu videos a wo nkrofo tu Galamsey ni ade no posifo wo mu duru Jubilee House ni mu no adane mwanan boshe na ntumi ambam ama mu kokwa paya nya asem keto a Okatakyie Afrifa before any during demuya ene wo mu ye peaceful supposefo pese wo mu mafia wo mu no ene nso ha boko ensensem nam so ma ebo osira ne bitu asrafo mpanimfo aba na akopie mu ewo ho no mabọ kokopa se mo amudidi mo amususo jagu ntokwanum no ene ebre mu dire fidi gadochi munu omani di behia na be boot for boot nso abusua we nyina ho video ha na ya bo no dobo a ye besensemu ede amawo yenkwabu ye ni akonhumai aha eye Kwankwanku TV so.
Any problem, you can always come back to Ejumaura and describe what your problem is, and they will support you to go forward. These businesses will be selected. As I said, you can apply online, and there will be a neutral body that will go through all the applications, and they will select the businesses that will go into the program. It doesn't matter if your business is not selected. It doesn't mean that over the 4 years you won't get selected. We'll start with some of them. The following year we continue. If your business idea is not exactly the best, Ejumaura can advise you what other business idea you can look at. Their businesses will be selected based on their scalability, sustainability, and their potential for job creation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an ambitious undertaking, but it is necessary if we are to secure a prosperous and resilient future for the youth of Ghana. But let me point out that this program is not like others that were announced in the recent past with a lot of fanfare, but proved to be mirages without adequate funding to sustain them. Ejumaura is fully funded with adequate allocation. Ejumawura is fully funded with adequate allocation provided by the Ministry of Finance in the 2025 budget. In line with my government's commitment to inclusivity and equity, I wish to announce that at least 60% of the beneficiaries will be drawn from women and girls, especially in male-dominated trades, will be drawn from persons living with disability, will be drawn from unemployed and underemployed youth, will be drawn from out-of-school youth, will be drawn from rural and vulnerable populations, will be drawn from youth in conflict-affected areas, would also be drawn from youth who were formerly engaged in illegal mining activities, popularly known as Galamsey, and other marginalized and underserved groups. And so for youth who come from mining communities and were involved in Galamsey, we want to shift them away from Galamsey, so we'll prioritize them to be able to set up their own businesses. We aim to significantly reduce Ghana's youth employment rates and contribute meaningfully to reducing the global NEET indicator. And NEET means not in employment, not in education, or not in training. We intend to reduce it through this program. My younger brothers and sisters, we're all not born to be employees, to work for someone else. We can also be job creators. We can also be employers.
And it was one of the major promises we made to the youth of Ghana. To help actualize this promise, we're going to roll out what we call the Ejumawura program. This initiative will create, track, and mentor young businesses annually with a special focus on our youth. For the first phase, the top 2,000 implementable business proposals will be supported with business development training, mentorship, access to startup capital, marketing, and networking to operationalize their innovations and business ideas. We will also launch our flagship National Apprenticeship Program to equip at least 10,000 young people in the informal sector with employable skills, including providing apprenticeship fees and startup kits when they have completed. The Youth Development and the Interior Ministries will facilitate the training of our young people in the Okada business. In areas such as road safety regulation.
Send this message to the people. We have been law-abiding since 2 p.m., the commencement of this program or activity. Unfortunately, we agreed with the police that when we get here, there is going to be a sequence of activities. Unfortunately, the police is playing games. We asked that the Liberation Square or Avenue is where we are going to set up and show some videos to the people. But the police clandestinely has sacked our person even when they gave us their word.
Is that the information people gave you?
You, which media house are you from?
I work with 1957 News.
You work with what? What?
1957 News.
Which one is 1957 News?
1957 News.
Don't be an enemy of the struggle.
I'm not an enemy. I'm here to
I am giving you an information and you're asking me nonsense. That is not what I so when I'm saying something, I don't have an evidence to it. And I'm sitting here and standing here saying it. It's fair to get clarity when I've actually given you the information. Which clarity again? Where is the screen? Do you see the screen? Point to the screen and let's see. Do you see the screen here?
No.
Don't be an enemy of the struggle. We will treat you as such. So we are giving you information that when the police at all material times agree with us on one thing and do another thing, then we are left with no choice than to disbelieve them. And when the people no longer have trust in the police, I am sure you people know the outcome. Yes. We want to still believe that the police, it was a mistake for sacking our people away.
We need our screen to show.
We need our screen. Other than that, I cannot really assure what the people will do next. For that, I cannot assure.
Thank you.
And we are not afraid, I must be honest. We are not. We only chose the path of peace.
Every time. Then the DSC, actually said, "See, I come home. Say, you'll be a Russian and say, be a so you post you, so you're president, so you're minister, so you're day. You're a man for no pay. I'm over here. It's all kind of constitution, the preamble. Because we, the people of Ghana, in the exercise of our natural and inalienable right, we give to ourselves and posterity. It's a young one. You need to know. You did a memoir to me, a ship or monster. It's too many a year, and your money. And on a year, general announces the police in injunction or call someone, or did you say no, my dear, so much to be green idea. Yeah, a lawyer for, or me a lawyer for Buddha. I've said almost here 2 of them go to near the Abbey, and the camera make a and you so make a paper. Nagana for when you assemble a chess said, Yen and Anamo year, Nano, you could not only the 10 near the Yafa, would you? No, Mudia could draw Yan Sang, dear, a poye, a chief, and would you my Kwame Kumambeka, or a Quajis, a Kokosamo. Sana, some me knew me and drew many also, dear. As ye be at Twasho. Then one Yashasiano, and the police and I'm your coin. Say, young quiet demonstration. In fact, what we need to make some guys who see a point, court of pet, and I was saying to me, hereby you so assemble the court to know a fast second, what it team with him, or 20 baby. But say assembly has been struck out in the police for you want Mokasa. Now, your catch will be a say, a Juada 2 p.m. And young people some, and young this is some, but here me MPP Nima, but the record shows that time on my buying a was so. When you know, Mudia dancing. Me de kwa me apia ku biya ogina me che menua ye fa tuo atu ye kon ekota no numere tano anua ekoko chesi ye che China for the buy. It tells you how patriotic we are when it comes to the fight against Galamsey. It's ye na kufodo penso na ye dia ye na Mahama penso and bibia asai and ye ra Mahama ne time wo and ye ndisi ne time wo ye mom we are fighting for a greater cause for the next generation. It's a Jordan 2 p.m. sharp. Beyond funny look in the boot, lazy. Now, Mamma in lazy t-shirt and should be available for the Barbie. No one you know, Mummy and Nancy, Yananti, women, a young to Jambori. When your kaka be a will move solemn moment. Yet the candles, Baba, woman, Fakandu Kura. The brand young queer, John Dramani Mama, before that, he bet in a police headquarters. Here, beside IGP said. But when they had the chief enforcement agent of the nation, the police, you can't do a more some fighting Galamsey. That's still a multi fighting. But no, my answer we are now fair ya twice to call a yoke Emunakasa or John Dramani Mama or Flagstaff House anymore. Commander in Chief of the Republic on the Shisuja Force War. You're in the back to the home. I'm a dear.
So this is where he was shot. He was shot here. Now the people fired from here. Wait, stop there. I don't know the guy. So I think he shot it. I'm a soldier, So, you see that? So before the shot, he saw the people. He saw the people. And shouted, I'm a soldier. So the people said, the country had a fire. Oh, this is So by the time the people come out, they're gone.
This peaceful means of resolving their differences. I want to assure the people of Boku and the entire nation that the Ghana Armed Forces is committed to its responsibility of protecting lives and properties. We will not relent in our efforts to create an environment conducive to peace and security. Let me, however, serve a word of caution to all, especially those fomenting the trouble in Boku, that their days are getting numbered. Any attack on innocent civilians or any military personnel will be considered as an act of extremism and will be met with the deliberate full strength and resolve of our forces. There will be no safe haven for those who choose the path of violence. We will pursue every individual involved and justice will be served. We will urge the youth, lay down your arms and return to the path of peace. Your future does not lie in bloodshed, but in building, learning, and growing your country. Choose dialogue over distraction and unity over division. The Ghana Armed Forces will leave no stone unturned to come after armed elements, no matter their status or colorization. Accordingly, I have directed our forces on the ground to undertake deliberate and targeted special operations to search, locate, and retrieve all unauthorized weapons in the possession of the civilian populace, aside other planned operations.